8:03 on WTOP, Tuesday morning, August 26. Sunny and cool, 63 now. We're heading to the low 80s. Good morning, I'm Mark Lewis.
I'm Michelle Basch. The top local stories we're following this hour. It is back to class today for hundreds of thousands of students in Maryland. Now, two of the state's largest school districts, Montgomery and Prince George's counties, are welcoming kids back this morning. Nearly 160,000 students are heading back in Montgomery County alone. WTOP's Neil Augenstein is there this morning in Germantown. He joins us live. Neil.
Michelle, here at Northwest High School in Germantown, there was an enthusiastic welcome back for students. The school band, the cheerleaders, the Latin dance team, and the Jaguar mascot all greeting students as they got off the buses and walked into school. There are some new things this year in Montgomery County. The revised cell phone policy says elementary and middle schoolers have to keep their devices off and away during the entire school day. High schoolers can use their phone during lunch and passing periods. And there's also an updated student code of conduct to codify the high expectations for elementary, middle, and high schoolers across the entire school district. Reporting live in Germantown, Neil Augenstein, WTOP News.
All right, Neil, thank you. Well, after a drama-filled start to summer break, will new leaders and new approaches in Prince George's County make people happier with the school system there? WTOP's John Doman says that is the hope going into this new school year.
I mean, every year is a new beginning. Sean Joseph is the interim superintendent here in Prince George's County, and while kids were on summer vacation, he was going around the county listening to families complain about buses, safety, and special education.
They don't feel like we've been responsive when things needed to be improved, and, they could be right. We've just got to get at it, and we've got to have a stronger collaboration with families.
While they do have more bus drivers to start the year, there's still about 130 drivers short.
We're going to have vacant routes. Those routes will be covered by existing staff. So that means we may have to double back to pick up trips. We may have to combine or split.
Kiva Baldwin's the director of transportation for PGCPS. Now, the other big transportation complaint has been the app that parents use to track their kids' bus. You still need the old one now, but over the next few months, it'll be replaced by an app called Chipmunk, which lets you track the bus as it approaches your kid's stop. We rode around Fort Washington with it last week.
You can just follow it. The ETA again functions are there, and you can see it.
Parents of special ed riders will start using the app soon, and by the end of the semester, everyone on a bus will have it. In Fort Washington, John Doman, WTOP News.
In other news, a man accused of burning a flag to protest President Trump's new executive order on flag burning is under arrest. In a video posted on X, the man standing in Lafayette Square identified himself as a retired combat veteran. He called Trump an illegal fascist president before lighting a flag on fire. He was initially detained by the Secret Service, then turned over to park police who have jurisdiction in that park. The Washington Post reports he was charged with violating a federal law that bans fires in parks and on federal property. The Supreme Court ruled in 1989 that burning the American flag is protected speech under the First Amendment. Trump's executive order acknowledges that ruling, but says people can be arrested for flag burning if it's likely to incite imminent lawless action or if it amounts to fighting words.
Now to the latest on the law enforcement surge in D.C. Delegate Eleanor Holmes Norton is asking the Pentagon to provide details to her about the cost of deploying 2,000 National Guard members to the district. WTOP's Mitchell Miller has more today on the Hill.
In a letter the Democratic lawmaker sent to Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, Norton is seeking details on the legal basis and mission of the deployment, as well as a cost estimate. One previous estimate is that it costs more than $500 a day per Guard member, which would put this at more than $1 million a day. In addition to the D.C. National Guard, units from 6 states are deployed, including from Ohio. Jermaine Collins, who once served in the Ohio Guard and now lives in D.C., D.C., says Guard personnel are always ready to serve.
This mission, however, is far outside of the scope of aiding Ohioans. These deployments to D.C. are not an emergency and an overstep in the use of our military.
On Capitol Hill, Mitchell Miller, WTOP News.
Now, coming up at 8:30, we're going to hear from D.C.'s top U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro about her office's role in the law enforcement surge in the city and what's next in the fight against crime.
We'll check traffic and weather in 30 seconds.